Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Bishop, Team Hope Call. It is July 30th of 2018. I think every week I'm like, my gosh, where is the time going? I don't know. My dad used to say, as you get older, the years go by faster, but the days go by slower. So it's been incredible. Oh, gosh, crazy time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning on our Team Hope Call. I am super excited. I'm pretty nervous, actually. I'm a little shaky this morning because of who we have on as a guest. And, you know, normally we'll go through all of what's going on. I'll do that a little bit because if you guys, oh my gosh, LifeVantage, if I've been around from the beginning, learned about LifeVantage before we were even a network marketing company and actually got in on an investment. And thank God we did because it has been an amazing ride. So that was 9 years ago, found out about LifeVantage through an investment and then heard about the incredible breakthrough technology that we had and jumped in as a distributor. And it has been a wild ride, to say the least. Amazing, amazing physical results for myself and my family, but also financially. And being around from the beginning and knowing and seeing what's happened, if everyone is not super excited, and we talk about FOMO, fear of missing out, you guys, it now is go time, go time. And today, our guest on the call, when he joined LifeVantage and his grandmother joined LifeVantage, I'm like, oh my gosh, have I told enough people? No. I haven't told enough people. I haven't shared this amazing business opportunity and technology. So today on Team Hope, and this has been a team effort. I love, love, love our team. We have an amazing group and we just keep growing and it's so fun and exciting. And we're all Team LifeVantage. And that's what I love mostly about LifeVantage is that we're such a culture that everyone, this call went out to everyone, not just our team. So without further ado, well, we have, let me just tell you, we have Pacesetter program. Amazing, amazing, amazing. If you don't know what that is, get on lifevantage.com/promotions and take a look at what our company, all the amazing things that they're doing. And then second is this great incentive trip to Ireland in October of 2019. And I know I'm working really hard, and I know there's many, many people on our team that's working real hard to get to Ireland next October. So a little bit about Taylor. Boy, again, Taylor, I don't usually get nervous around people. So he is before LifeVantage, he was an international director of communications in our industry. He built and maintained global network, you guys, global. He has been around. He's also been, and he is our leader or director of new leader experiences. Most impressively to me, when I got to meet Taylor personally, is that who he grew up around. I mean, obviously, if you've been in the business, you'll know his dad, Eric Worre, but author of GoPro and amazing. I've been to many of Eric's events, and it's for the whole industry. And he's teaching people that network marketing is a real business if you choose to take it that way. But most impressively to me is who he grew up around. Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Darren Hardy, all of the amazing, amazing leaders in self-development. And so without further ado, my pen and paper is ready. I'm going to put myself on mute. Taylor, take it away.
Jenny, thank you so much. First of all, thank you for putting this together. What a great, like you said, team effort. I love seeing the LifeVantage family come together. And, you know, that's one of the big things that I love about this opportunity is truly the family camaraderie, the family culture, where it is really one family, one team, one LifeVantage. We're not anyone's better than anyone else. We're trying to outshine anyone else. And so good morning to everyone on the call, all the brave souls that have their cameras on. It's so nice to see your faces this morning. I understand for some of you are still in bed and don't want to turn your cameras on. That's okay. But I was just there recently. Like she was saying, normally I'm going to just let you guys in. Just so you know, I'm currently in my sweatpants right now. I rolled out of bed just a little bit ago, about an hour ago, and prepped for this call and threw a button up on. But like she said, that's the beauty of this business. I am sitting out right now. It's a beautiful sunrise here in Utah, and everything's green everywhere. But we are excited right now because there's some really incredible stuff going on within LifeVantage. I asked for an hour because normally 30 minutes is hard for me to get through all the stuff that I like to talk about. And she said, of course. And so I'm going to try not to take a full hour of your morning this Monday morning, because I know you guys got a lot of stuff to be doing, but I do want to cover some fun things. So number one I wanted to talk about was timing. You know, one of my favorite quotes that I heard about a year and a half ago. And the quote goes, when the opportunity of a lifetime presents itself, make sure that you act within the lifetime of that opportunity. And so the cool thing with LifeVantage is I truly believe that this opportunity, that this timing, that this window is a 3 to 5 year window. It's a very big window. We haven't even begun to saturate the world with LifeVantage products, with Protandim, with all of our amazing regimen of products. And so, but I say that with a caveat that I think that those that get in early, that those that find, you know, I truly look at LifeVantage as an 8-year opportunity in its infancy. We are in the very beginning stages of this big momentum. What's been done over the last, and that does not discredit what has been done over the last 8 years. One of the biggest things that brought me to LifeVantage was the retention, was the fact that we have unbelievable distributors like yourselves that have been taking these products for 8 years, that have been building the business for 8 years, that have been doing the necessary steps every single day for 8 years to keep this company at the top and really now project us to where we're going on this giant momentum run. So timing is very important. Right now is a very exciting time. We are effectively 5 months into a very big momentum run. And for most of you on this call, it's your first time in network marketing. So momentum doesn't mean very much. You hear it, you talk about it every once in a while, but you don't really get it, what momentum really is. And when a company goes into momentum, it's this exciting shift where instead of you going out and talking to the world about your products, the world is coming to you and saying, hey, we heard about this from so-and-so. We saw this over at so-and-so. As someone was asking me about this, and remember that you told me about it like a year ago. Are you still doing that? And so that's what momentum is. And it's a really fun space to be. True momentum I've only seen a handful of times in my life in the network marketing profession. But that goes with expectations. That's the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about briefly this morning is expectations. I truly believe that our profession, in order for us to rise and for us to elevate, and I think that LifeVantage is the pioneers of this, but we need to, go one step further. How many people on this call, if at one point in their business have gone down and sat next to someone and said, I think that we can, if you join my business, we can crush this together. Do you know how much money you can make? We can make millions together. We could retire. This could be our golden parachute. This is our legacy. This is it. Tony Robbins, when I was sitting down with him one time, told me something that I thought was one of the coolest things ever. He said, Taylor, if you want to change your entire life, you need to embody this next sentence. And I thought it was incredible. But the sentence was, if you're able to trade your expectations for appreciations, your entire life will change overnight. And so I thought about that. And one thing about me, you guys, you're going to have to understand, I pace a lot when I get passionate, so I'm going to be pacing. But one thing about me is when you meet me is you'll notice that I live my life with very little expectation. Very, very little expectation. Because if you'll notice, most of the time in our lives, expectation do what? They either let us down or they don't meet what we're expecting to some point. Very, very few and far between do our expectations actually line up with what actually happens in reality. And so Tony told me, he said, if you can find a way every day to trade your expectations for appreciations, your entire life will change. Because in network marketing, what I'll tell you, you guys, people sense an ulterior motive 5 miles away. They can sense it very far away. And expectations are crushing our profession. And mainly false expectations. How many people on this call were brought into this business thinking it was going to be really easy? to go out and talk to 50 people. It was going to be really easy to go out and build a business because the person that brought you into this said, it was easy. It's we're gonna do this quick. It's not going to be much work at all. We can get lucky and find a couple people, and they can just blow it up and do everything. The reality is this is a job. This is a profession, just like anything else. My father always says network marketing isn't for everyone, but if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, network marketing is a better way. It's work, you guys. This is a profession. This is a job. It needs to be treated like one. It can be a part-time job. It doesn't need to be a full-time job, but when you're doing it, you need to treat it like a real job. Otherwise, if you treat it like a game, you're going to get game-like results. And so what I'll tell you is when it comes to expectations, I think that we need to lower them extremely. I think we need to lower our expectations. If you found a person who were able to make them an extra $100 a month, that's an extra $1,200 a year coming into their pocket that you could basically help them do very simply here at LifeVantage. But it's always the bigger checks. It's always the bigger pipe dream. And I'll tell you one thing that's getting old, you want to be ahead of the curve. One thing that's getting really old is the whole, you want to make $300 to $500 a month from home. It doesn't work anymore. A lot of people still say that. The reality is back in the 90s, that made sense because all there was real estate and small business ownership. But now in the gig economy and the economy that we're playing in, the reality is that phrase doesn't work anymore because there's about 100 ways that people can make about $300 to $500 a month from home now. And they can go pick whatever one they want. They can go choose it. The reality is LifeVantage is offering products that are going to change people's lives for the better. We are biohackers. We are out there to improve people's world. If you were just able to sit down and say with someone, I have a product that not only will reduce the oxidative stress within your body by 40% in 30 days, but the other really cool fact about this product is the National Institute of Aging has been doing a study since 1999. 20 years they've been doing this study, testing every anti-aging pill, powder, supplement, drug they can get their hands on. Every one for 19 and a half years. And you know what? In just about 20 years, there's only been one product that has been proven to extend the life of the animal male patients it was tested on by 8%. One in 20 years. I want to be able to offer that to you because you matter to me. One phrase that I love a lot, people always say, hey, I've got a really great business opportunity I want to go sit down and talk to you about. A new phrase I would invite you to try out is, hey, I'm a little nervous. I'm starting out this new business. I'm really excited about it. I believe in these products. Would you do me a favor and just take a look at it and give me your feedback, give me your opinion? I respect your opinion a lot. You're a really close friend of mine. And as I enter into this, I would really appreciate your feedback. No expectations. I'm not asking you to join. I'm not saying we could crush this together. But your opinion matters to me. How many people would say no to that? Not a lot. They'd say, yeah, send it over. You're validating that their opinion matters. You're edifying them. And so when it comes to expectations, take away some of the big pipe dreams that you have in your head, especially when you're talking to prospects. Because what I'll tell you is it will cripple you long term. And especially as we start talking about red carpet here in a couple minutes, that's one thing that you cannot have as expectations. You need to enter into that relationship, that world, with pure appreciation. And I'll tell you, if you embody that throughout your entire business, you win every day. Every single day. If you just look to bless people with LifeVantage's products and opportunity, you win every day. But most people don't. And this isn't calling anyone out, but the reason why your business might not be succeeding the way that you want it to, take a look at your expectations. Take a look at your mindset when you're talking to the people and how you're talking to them. Because what I'll tell you is if there's even a sense of ulterior motive, a sense of in the back of your head, this person could be the person that blows my business up, it's not going to be beneficial for you. It's not going to help. It's not going to grow your business because that person is going to feel used. I always explain LifeVantage like a really good movie. You go tonight to go see a really good, or last night or this weekend, maybe you went and saw the new Mission Impossible movie. And you're like, holy cows, that movie was so good. If you have, don't spoil it. I'm going to see it tonight. But If you have and you loved it, what are you going to do today at work? You're going to go tell everybody you know, even the people you don't know. You're going to be standing in line. Hey, what'd you do this weekend? I went and saw a new Mission Impossible movie. What'd you think? I heard it was really good. It was incredible. You have to go see it. You need to go see it right away. It's incredible. It's an amazing movie. Laughed the whole time. I cried. It's incredible. You're not going to go follow up with that person in 3 days and be like, you haven't seen the movie yet, you idiot. But you are going to, like a week from then, you'll be like, oh, you haven't seen it. Oh, you're missing out. It's a great movie. You see the difference? And the great movie analogy is just very simple with LifeVantage. It's just you would go tell the whole world about a good movie. Treat LifeVantage like that. Go tell the whole world. And just let them know. Don't go tell them, every one of you, that the only thing that's stopping you from going and talking to the whole world is this fear mindset because you have an expectation build up. How much expectation do you have built up about a good movie that you've seen? You could care less if they go see that movie or not, but you're going to share it with the world. So let's treat LifeVantage like a really good movie. Go tell the whole world about it. Divorce the result. They always say, marry the process, divorce the result. It's a beautiful, beautiful phrase. Marry the process, divorce the result. And so you guys, what I'm telling you is expectations. If you can make a switch there and just find appreciation in there, it will change your entire business. You'll find yourself qualified, because that's when you eliminate expectations, that's when all your goals start to get hit. And let me be very clear. There's a difference between having goals and having expectations. Very big difference. It's great to have goals, but don't tie your self-worth and your identity to your goals. It's great to have them. But an expectation, a goal turns to an expectation when you tie your self-worth to that goal. So, it's okay to have goals. It's great to have goals. Goals are incredible. Goals are necessary. But do not tie it, oh, well, I'm a failure because I didn't hit my goal. That's an expectation. A goal is meant to push you towards greatness. Who was it? Jim Rohn said, set a goal to become a millionaire. Not for what the money will do for your life, but what it will take and make of you to achieve it. To become a millionaire, the steps it will take, because especially in network marketing, you cannot become a millionaire without benefiting and blessing thousands of lives. So don't set the goal of becoming a millionaire just for the money. Set a goal of becoming a millionaire for what it will take of you to achieve it. That is what I'm talking about with expectations. And so moving on, I want to talk a little bit about red carpet. I know everyone's excited about red carpet. But the big thing that I've been doing lately is a lot of red carpet and distributor education, because I think it's one thing to understand red carpet. It's another thing to, because I can explain red carpet to you very quickly, but for a lot of you on this call that are brand new to network marketing, you're going to go, okay, I get it, but I don't know any, top 1%ers. I don't know any big time networkers or anything like that. How is this going to benefit me? What I'll tell you is, I'm going to give you some red carpet, how to find some red carpet leaders, tips. So number one is, if you want to find a red carpet leader, you need to know the red carpet leaders, and you need to be where they're at. And where they're going to be at is generic events. I think that it is incredibly crucial. We have a large portion of our group of LifeVantage that attends many, many, many generic events every single year. You look at Sean and Michelle Poe, that they're constantly pouring into personal development. The Graves, the Satterfield, Skip, and Seth Campbell. All these guys are constantly out there learning and growing, because a lot of the times people will get kind of, I call it the snow globe mentality, when people kind of get in call it the LifeVantage snow globe. And you've been in this company for a few years now, and you feel like network marketing. But if I asked you about a different company, if I asked you about any other company right now, you wouldn't even know who I was talking about. That's kind of being in the snow globe a little bit. So what I want to advise some people to do is, we are in an amazing profession. Number one, I am a big advocate of this profession. I'm a huge supporter of this profession. I'm on 5 or 6 different auto ships right now for companies because I love this profession. I tell people all the time, if LifeVantage is the only company that wins, we lose. We need lots of other great network marketing companies to find success so that we can find success. But if you're looking to find some red carpet leaders, you need to be at these generic events. Obviously, my father's event is a great one, GoPro, Recruiting Mastery. The ANMP, the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, amazing event. There is the DSA has an event. Tony Robbins does event. Les Brown does events. You know, there's great events by Ray Higdon and Rob Sperry. Incredible generic training events out there that you guys have the ability to go check into. But what I'll tell you is that is where the top 1% hangs out. I just spoke at the ANMP event in Dallas, Texas back in, I think it was May. There was over 60 speakers on that stage. Every one of them was either a corporate member or a top 1%er in the network marketing profession. That room was chock filled with industry leaders and giants. Jeff Roberti, who's made over $100 million in commissions, Lifetime was in the room. I mean, just legends. And so what I'll tell you is that's where you want to be, to rub shoulders with those individuals, to get to know those people, to get your name circulating in those circles if you want. You can also do some other stuff. If finances are hard, you're just getting started, the DSA. If you go to DSA.com, directsellingassociation.com, there is a list of the top 100 network marketing companies and network marketing professionals that you can go look at. You can go search them on Facebook. You can go find them. I would recommend you don't go just spam friend request 100 of the top network marketing professionals and then send them a message with the ABC primetime video. That is one way to get put on a do not call list by 100 people really quick. But you can go get to know them. You can go follow them a little bit. You can go, look into their pages a little bit and check out their lives a little bit. You can go, send them a message after you've looked at their stuff and you've seen something that resonated with you and say, hey, I just watched your video on this and it really made a huge difference in my life. I appreciate you. It's an honor to meet you. Just started following you. Hope you have a blessed day. Let me know if I can ever be a blessing to you or a service to you. The one thing with the top 1%, we're going to get into a little bit here is kind of top 1% etiquette, is the top 1%. Ask anyone. Ask Sean and Michelle Poe. Ask Tyler Daniels. Ask anyone in your upline. Ask anyone anywhere in the company. That's at the top 1% level, Pro 9 or higher. And what they'll tell you is most of their life is spent giving. And they do it because they love it. It's not a burden for them. But most of their life is spent giving. And so when you get to be the person, Julie Brookins, that gives back, when you get to be the person that gets to be a blessing for them, it's a rarity in their world. It's a big rarity. They don't have that happen very often. So once you meet these people, I have a lot of people that say, hey, Taylor, I met so-and-so. Daryl Meyer call me and say, Taylor, I got a big fish on the line, 7-figure earner over at so-and-so, rock star, loves where he's at, but can't wait to show him LifeVantage. That is a giant red flag. What I want to preface to everyone on this call is that LifeVantage, we are not poachers. We are not a company of poachers. We are not looking to go and find all the happy people and recruit them over to our business. Because like I said, if LifeVantage is the only company that wins, we lose. But my analogy that I use all the time, my goal for LifeVantage, what I want us to become, I want us to become a lighthouse. My goal every day is to be a lighthouse. I want to be a place of safe harbor for those that are incurring rough seas, for those that are out there in the water that are struggling, that don't know where to go, that need a home, that need a legacy position. I want to be that lighthouse. I want to be that place for them where they can find safe harbor, where they can find safety, where they can find solitude, where they can go to work and find a true legacy opportunity. That's what I want to find. I want to find those people because there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of great people out there to talk with. But ultimately, A lot of people go find the ones that are happy with where they're at because those are the ones that are kind of willing to talk. A lot of the time when a big 6-7-figure earner is looking to move, they're not looking to talk. You might have already missed your window to chat with them because they've already got a list of 2 or 3 people that they're going to be reaching out to that for the last year have just been a friend to them. But that's the biggest thing. Once you get one of these leaders, say it's a 6 or 7-figure earner that you're friends with, just friends with. You guys go back and forth. You provide mutual value to each other's lives. Then the next step, what I tell a lot of people on a daily basis is continue to be the blessing in their life. How hard is it to send them a month's supply Vitality Stack? How hard is it to send them a box of Axio? I mean, the reality is I tell people all the time, I send products out all the time. Our products are unbelievable. But when I'm talking to someone, I very clearly say, look, it's zero expectation at all. I'm not asking you to join the business because I truly believe that every single person, especially a top 1%er, needs to have a defining moment with these products before they're ever going to be passionate enough to build. So let me help you find a defining moment with these products. You shoot me over your home address, it would be my honor to send you our stapled product, a month's supply of it, for you just to try out. And I hope that it brings blessings to your life. If it does, great, let me know. If it doesn't, then, at least you can know that the oxidative stress in your body was lowered by 40% in 30 days. That's the worst case. You don't feel anything. But let me get these products over to you. That right there is a big thing. A lot of people are asking these top 1%ers all the time to be a customer. Just sign up. You get the products for you and just become a customer. And you don't need to build a business. No one will ever know you're here. Nothing. No. Let them come to you and say, hey, I'd like to get on this monthly because it made a benefit. It benefited my life. Let me reach out to you. Let them reach out to you. Let them find you. But be the one that's always providing value. Be the one that's always giving. Because what I'll tell you is when you're the one that has the ulterior motive, the top 1% puts you on a do not call list. I'll give you a story. Really cool story about red carpet. So there's a lady in LifeVantage, Pro 3, Pro 4, just getting started. This was back in, I want to set the stage right. I want to say this was like fall of 2017. So fall of 2017, this lady has a great friend of hers. This friend of hers is making $30,000 a month in network marketing at a different company. $30,000 a month, pretty solid income. And so, so this friend reaches out to her and just says, look, hey, I've joined this business, LifeVantage. I know how much you love your dogs. Jen, who was making 30 grand in another company, has 11 Alaskan Malamutes dogs up in Canada. She runs dog sledding teams. And so with all these dogs, this lady reached out to her and said, Jen, I know how much you love your dogs. I would never try to sell you or recruit you from your network marketing business because I understand that you love where you're at. You're making incredible income. But the products that I have, that I represent, I believe could significantly impact the well-being of your dogs. And I know how much you care about them. I know how much you love them. Would you be okay if I just sent you a couple bottles or a bottle of this out just to give it a try? Jen says, of course, please send it out. Jen starts giving Pro Tandem to her dogs. Her dogs start having an unbelievable result because of it. She ends up becoming a preferred customer. And unbeknownst to this little Pro 3, Pro 4, building her business, been doing it for a couple years, just loving life, loving LifeVantage. Unbeknownst to her, 6 months later, Jen's check has gone from $30,000 a month down to $3,000 a month. Things in business had gone sideways with work and with the company that she was a part of. It wasn't for a lack of working. There was some big unfortunate things that happened in that company. But the reality is when Jen went to go look, who do you think she reached out to? At that point, Jen had probably 100 people reaching out to her on a weekly basis saying, hey, let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. And Jen, who do you think she reached out to? The friend 6 months ago that just wanted to bless her. that didn't have any ulterior motives, that just said, look, I've got something that I truly think could not only bless you, but could bless your children, your dogs as well. And so Jen reached out to this person and said, hey, you know, I want to learn more about what you're doing. It was right at the same time that I was coming over here. I was able to work with her. Jen is now under red carpet, working, building an amazing business. And this Pro 3 is now got a total rock star in her downline. So people ask me all the time, you know, do you need to be a Pro 7 or an 8 or a 9 to get one of these red carpet leaders? No. You just need to be in the right position at the right time. And the right position is just being a friend. The right position is just positioning yourself as an asset in their life. Because I'll tell you how our red carpet program works. Very simple. Very simple. Just so everyone on this call understands. It's a 6-month contractual agreement that we enter into with someone that can verify that they've made 6 figures or above in commissionable earnings in the last 3 to 5 years. That is what we look for. We look for someone that has made a 6-figure or above commissionable earning in the last 3 to 5 years. And basically, how the agreement works, I won't go into all the crazy details, but just say a standard agreement is basically a top-up agreement that just says, if you understand the story, so say, Kimberly Reed, say that you are a 6-figure earner and you are looking to leave your company because things are going wrong and you're not happy there anymore. You're going to leave, you're going to move, but it's scary to leave behind. If you're making $100,000 a year in commission, it's hard to leave that behind. It's hard to walk away from that, even if things are going south and they're going south fast. So what we've put together is basically a bridge top-up program that says, look, we don't want you to feel the stress in your first 6 months of coming over and having to build from scratch. Because you are an established leader, we set up a 6-month contractual agreement that says, basically predicated on them hitting certain volume requirements, we will pay out certain dollars. Our standard agreement is a $10,000 a month agreement. That agreement basically says that if they hit certain volume requirements every month, we will give them $10,000 a month so that they don't have to fear the burden of walking away from their 6-figure income or above income. You know, and I say that is our standard agreement. We have $5,000 agreements out there, and we have $50,000 agreements out there. It depends on the size of the leader, and it depends on what they're able to bring to the table when it comes to volume. But Red Carpet's an incredible program where we brought in some amazing leaders over the last 6 months and beyond. I mean, really incredible things are happening. But what I'll tell you is it all starts with a friendship. That's where it all starts. It all starts with just putting yourself in the position for these people to know who you are, for them to be able to get to know your name, and for you to be able to become an asset in their world. It means that you're going to need to become a student of this profession and not just a student of LifeVantage. And this is a lot, you know, if you're doing this part-time, this might be a part-time study. You know, you becoming a student of the profession might be part-time just like your LifeVantage businesses. But if you're full-time in LifeVantage, then you need to know what's going on in the profession. You need to know what's going on in other companies. You need to just have your kind of ear down to the railway so you know when the train's coming. But you guys, it's a really magical time right now. It's a very special time for LifeVantage. We are we're really heading in a great direction. I mean, it's you know, with social media, I think that's one other thing I wanted to touch on real quick. With social media, it's opened the doors to so many good and bad things, I should say. I think that a lot of people, you know, one thing I tell everyone if I'm ever doing any coaching, one great tip I'll give you guys when it comes to your social media pages, this is a big one, and a lot of people aren't going to like it because it's going to expose them a little bit. One of my favorite quotes ever, it's on my family crest. It says, time will promote or expose you. Time can only do one of two things. Time can only promote or expose you. But my challenge for you guys is to go to your Facebook pages or any of your social media pages for that matter, and scroll back exactly 1 year on your page. And then take the next 20 minutes and just scroll up and ask yourself, would I like to be friends with me? It's a very hard question to ask, but it's a very important one. If you are constantly have nothing but LifeVantage posts, and you're not adding new friends, you've already been unfollowed by a lot of people, in my opinion. If it's just your food that you've posted, my big thing I tell people all the time is it's a blend. It's a blend. And I always tell people that your LifeVantage business, you can put one big power post up a week. Everyone has a different algorithm and a different strategy and all that stuff. But what I've found that works the best, honestly, is just living a good, humble life. You know what looks really attractive to me is when someone's vulnerable enough to talk about a bad day on social media. Not in a griping way, not in a, pardon my language, not in a bitching way, but in a legitimate way. If you go to my page, you'll see that I have bad days just like everybody else. But when I talk about it, I talk about a life lesson and a message that is supposedly or hopefully coming through with that lesson. Something that I'm working on, something that I'm hopefully going to bless someone else with that might go through the same thing. I don't go up there just to say, man, today sucked. I say, what was today's message supposed to bring to my life? This didn't go the way that I had planned. What did I miss? What could I have done differently? Was I expecting too much? Was I not appreciating enough? I think that that's important, to be real on social media. If your post is nothing but 100 happy, my life is the best life on earth, and you internally are sitting there as a depressed individual, think about it. People are attracted to real. They're attracted to authentic. They're attracted to transparent and genuine. And that doesn't mean if you're in a sad state of life right now that it's nothing but depressing posts and quotes. But I think that when you turn that sad message into a lesson, that's when you can start to attract people. Because I'll tell you, every one of these top 1%, once you start connecting with them, they're going to be on your social media pages. And your social media pages will tell a lot more about the kind of person that you are than your 30-second to a minute interaction. It just will. It could literally dictate whether or not they continue to have that relationship. For some people, whether or not that's fair or not, my life isn't fair. But the reality, perception is a reality. My father would always tell me that. He would always say, the reality is not reality, son. He would say perception is reality. And so the important thing to remember is, what are you putting out into the social media sphere as you are building your business, as you're going out there? The posts that I see work the best are people just living their best life and people reaching out to them going, what are you doing? I hear from the sorry, I got a phone call. I apologize. I hear from the top 1% all the time just saying, what's going on in your world? What are you doing? What's going on? I talk to a lot of the top 1% in LifeVantage, and they say they get people reaching out to them all the time. Rachel Jackson said this at the Elite Academy in the social media panel when she said they might not post on your stuff. They might not like, comment, or share your things, but they're watching you. They're watching you. There's people out there that are watching you right now, watching to see how your business is going, watching to see if you're going to jump and go to a different opportunity, watching to see if this is real, if this is long-term and legitimate, if this is the real deal. And so make sure that that's what you're presenting, that you're putting out there reality, that you're putting out there transparency. It's important. And so Red Carpet is, like I was saying, a great program, but it starts with getting to know these people. It starts with just networking. So I think it's important that everyone kind of takes some time to set aside once a week to go network with just people outside the profession, get to know people. And again, remove all expectations, remove all those ulterior motives. Just go make friends. This profession is filled with incredible people, networkers, great individuals. My challenge to you, if you choose to accept it, is just to go out and get to know them. Because these could be the people that 2 years from now, when their company gets shut down, are reaching out to you saying, hey, you're the only person that hasn't pitched me yet. What are you doing? That's a great place to be. There's people that get those phone calls all the time. I get those phone calls all the time. You've never pitched me yet. Why not? I got to sit down with celebrities. I got to tell Evander Holyfield to his face, we don't need you at LifeVantage. I think that you need LifeVantage more than we need you, but we love you. We want you here, but we don't need you. It's an awesome place to be in. We don't need, we're going to the top, you guys. Every one of you on this call is going to the top. You're going to have a legacy. If you stay consistent, if you build your roots here at LifeVantage, if this is your legacy home, then Dawn Turner, this is something that you're going to pass down to your children. This is something that you're going to give to your kids, that they're going to be able to walk into adulthood, being able to bless the lives of people around them based on your efforts. Their kids will have that same opportunity. 100 years from now, people will around this whole planet will literally be blessed by the efforts put in by you, Kimberly, by you, Lisa, by you, Dawn, by you, Becky, and Destiny, and Carol. All of you guys, you are literally the ones that are setting the pace right now. We call it pace setter for a reason. 10 years from now, you guys are going to be on stage saying that 2018 was my defining moment year. It was the year that I stopped playing small. It was the year that I started playing big, that I let my excuses go. I walked head first into my fear because I realized that what on the other side of fear is just understanding. On the other side of fear, again, is just understanding. Fear is simply just literally just being afraid of the unknown. That's all it is. But you guys are going to walk into this next stage of your life, this next chapter, strong, bold, fearless. Big things can happen. I promise you. And you don't have a bigger cheerleader than the one that you're listening to right now. I want to see every one of you win. I want to see every one of you succeed. I am your biggest fan. There's really exciting stuff happening. And like I said, a decade from now, you guys are going to be on the stages. You guys are going to be crossing, not just crossing over, waving at everyone, but you're going to be introduced one by one. It's going to be, please welcome, next, new Pro 10, Dawn Turner. Please come on up here. And then you get to sit up there for 10 minutes with the mic and tell your story. Because like my father always says, what if it took 10 years? What if it took a decade of consistent work, doing the simple, applicable skills consistently over a long period of time? That's what network marketing is. If it took you 10 years to be able to create an income that paid you in the top 1% for the rest of your life, would it be worth it? The answer is always yes. And so what I'll tell you guys is this next decade of your life can set not only you up for the rest of your life, but it can set your children up. It can set your parents up. It can set your grandchildren up. It literally can be the beginning of a legacy. Something that will create millions of dollars in income long term. But the millions of dollars doesn't mean anything. What means something is the literal thousands of lives that you are going to impact for the better. The financial aspect is literally just we call it residual. It's a side. It's part of it. But that's not why we do this. If you got all of the millionaires in network marketing together, 99% of them would probably say they don't give a shit about the money anymore. Pardon my language again. They don't care about it. What they get their fulfillment from on a daily basis is going out there and filling up people's lives with opportunity, with positivity, with possibility. That's what we have here at LifeVantage. It's so much more than just another network marketing opportunity. It's so much more than just another residual or leveraged income check. It's so much more than just another product. What we have here is truly amazing. It is legendary. It is once in a lifetime. We are really setting the stage to be the next multi-billion-dollar network marketing company. And again, all those numbers don't mean anything. What they mean is that the billions of dollars only equates to the millions of lives that were changed. That is it. So I love all of you guys. I appreciate you so much. I want you to know that every one of you, my email is the easiest email on earth. tworre@lifevantage.com. It's not any more simple than that. If I can bless your life, if I can be an asset to you, please don't hesitate to send me an email and let me know how I can do that. Honestly, I don't know if you have any questions, Jenny, if you want to do any Q&A or anything like that, but thank you guys so much for allowing me the time to talk to you today. It really was my greatest honor, and I really am excited to see every one of you. I've been going back and forth for the brave ones that have been willing to have their cameras on. I've been going back and forth throughout this entire call, looking into each and every one of your guys' eyes. And I am really, really excited, if we haven't met yet, to meet at future events. But man, I mean, like Carol Story, I'm excited to see you walk across the stage. And so all that to say, you guys, is I'm ready. I'm excited for you. It's your time. It's time to go. Whether it's part-time, full-time, it doesn't matter. Like I said at the beginning of this call, when the opportunity of a lifetime presents itself, make sure that you act within the lifetime of that opportunity. And so thank you very much. It was my greatest honor to talk to you this morning. I hope you got some value from it, and I look forward to meeting every one of you in person. Jenny, back to you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, Taylor, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tons of notes, tons of notes. My biggest takeaway was, one of them was what Tony Robbins told you. If you're able to change your expectations to appreciation, it'll change your life. That was my paraphrase from it. But boy, talk about, no expectations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I know I said it in the beginning, it was a team effort. Many of our team spoke with you, and then it all just worked out, and you said, yes, absolutely. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. So, and we've been able, it just is amazing. I think it's been like 86 people on the call, and I'll get this recording out, barring any technical, but I haven't messed up too many of them. And so it's like getting out of your, comfort zone. So I'll get this out on all the places that I posted it. And so you're going to be able to bless more and more people. So thank you. What a blessing. Does anyone have any questions? We do have a few more minutes.
I'd like to just make a comment.
Hey, Daryl, go ahead.
Taylor, we are absolutely blessed to have you in LifeVantage. You bring such enthusiasm, such wisdom, and such motivation. I look forward to working with you a lot in the future.
Daryl, I appreciate that, brother. It was fun watching you on this call, and I really do look forward to spending some time with you, getting to know more about your story, and thank you for those words. I really, really appreciate you. It's my honor to be here.
Anyone else? Awesome.
Hi, Taylor.
There's Julie.
I was just going to quick say hi, Taylor. Thank you so much for being on this call. It really means a lot to us. And I know for me personally, I kind of struggle a little bit with how real to be on social media. So I like the way you presented it as, just live your life. And if you have a challenge, be real about it and turn it into a life lesson and some of those things, because I don't fill my page with stuff about LifeVantage, and actually I'm very cautious about that piece. But
yeah.
But the part about just being you and just being real was really helpful. So thank you for that insight into the social media aspect. There were lots of great things that I learned today. I took lots of awesome notes, but thank you. That was really great.
Julie, it's my greatest honor. I'm so glad that you're able to take that away. And honestly, that is a really big thing. Just transparency. I think that we all struggle with how, the one greatest quote I heard, it's such a great quote, but it puts so much of life. This is just a life quote. This has nothing to do with network marketing. But someone once told me, nobody else has any idea what they're doing either. And so when you just put that into perspective, everyone is going through life. Guess what? You think there's a parenting manual that some of us got that others didn't? Nope. We're all struggling. We all feel like crappy moms and dads. We all feel like crappy, educators. We all feel like crappy students. We're all trying to figure it out to the best of our ability. But the biggest thing is just to live an authentic life. I think that's the biggest thing you can do. Is to improve this life through improve this world through your authenticity. But the reality is nobody knows what they're doing either. And so when you feel alone, that's always a quote that makes me feel very connected to the rest of the world, is knowing that nobody else knows what they're doing either.
That's awesome. Great. Thank you.
Of course.
So true.
Taylor? Hello? Taylor?
Yes.
Hi,
what's going on?
Hello. This is Rebecca Seward. I watched you from sitting right behind you in the leadership meeting. I learned so much from you at the Elite Academy. Thank you for taking your picture with me. You are such a people watcher, and you engage with people, and that is huge. I saw you going around to everybody, and a lot of people don't have the confidence, and you exude that, and therefore you pass it on to people. So I want to thank you for that. It's huge, truly huge. And we have a new distributor. We have a new distributor today, Camilla, on this call and on the Zoom for the first time. And I know this has been a huge opportunity for her to get to see you and to be blessed by you. So thank you.
Well, congratulations, number one, on a new distributor. Good for you guys. And for the new distributor on the call, congratulations for joining this team. You couldn't be a better part of a better team. And so thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Events are always my favorite place to be, because honestly, to get that time, people always ask me, and this, I don't know, I tend to get slightly emotional here, but people always ask me, why doesn't it get exhausting? Doesn't it get draining doing all that stuff? And without ego, taking all those pictures and listening to all those stories and all that stuff. And I tell people all the time, it isn't always. If I consider myself a very basic, very normal guy. And so when people want to come take a picture with me or share their story with me, for me, it is my greatest honor to be able to listen to those stories. But what a gift that I feel like I get to give. And I mean, my hope is that every time I give that gift to someone like you guys, every time, that it embeds something in you, that when you get to the level where people are lining up to take pictures with you, and when you get to the level where people are wanting to hear how you did it and hear your story, that you're going to remember. Because there's multiple ways you can do this. I've seen a lot of people in a lot of roles that avoid confrontation, that avoid conversation like the plague. They run from it like they're just going out of style. They just can't handle it. But my hope is that embodies something in you, that when you get to that level, that you want to be able to give back as well. That you want to be able to be the person that's going to sit in that room for the extra 30 minutes and listen to everyone's story too. Because the one thing that I've come to realize is those matter. Those matter. Every time I got to meet someone as their brand first time, they were literally a prospect 2 days before the meeting, before EA, and came, and I got to meet them for the first time, and I heard their story and gave them some advice, and we took pictures, and I gave them a challenge. And I mean, now for them to be following up with me, what a blessing, what a great blessing for me to be able to give that to someone as they're just getting started, to make them feel like they have a friend that's outside of their business, that's outside of their general group that they're talking to every day, someone that's cheering them on. And so I really am. I'm cheering you guys on. I'm so excited for really what the next 12 months of LifeVantage is going to bring to your business. And I'm just proud of each and every one of you guys for putting in the work that is taken up to this point. Because I tell people it hasn't been an easy, if you've been in for 7-8 years, it hasn't been an easy last 7-8 years. There have been some road bumps along the way, but I think that all those people that stayed in through those 7-8 years are going to be rewarded and blessed for their efforts. But Sewards, thank you guys so much for being on today. I really appreciate you guys a lot, and really thank you for the kind words. It isn't always my honor. I can't wait to see you guys at convention. We're going to have so much fun in Salt Lake. We're going to be marching hand in hand together in the 5K. And so it's gonna be awesome. But thank you guys for being on.
Woohoo!
Yay. Oh, thank you, Taylor. Thank you, everyone, for being on, taking time out of your day to invest in your business. I feel so blessed. I was taking a million notes. So Taylor, thank you so much. I will get this up as soon as possible. And thank you everyone. Have a great week. Blow it out. We have 2 more days, you guys, 2 more days to end this month. Let's make it the best month ever. Thank you. Take care. Thank you so much, Taylor.
My pleasure. You guys have a blessed week. Crush it. Let me know if there's any way that I can serve you, and we will see you at the next event.